hello, lovely ladies. Welcome to another Wednesday Dating Tips with your coach, Raeeka, CEO and founder of Dating with Confidence. I love working with high-achieving and ambitious single women throughout my Quality Man method to show them how to stop the repeated patterns of dating the same guy and making the same mistakes, only that he has different faces or different names or different body, and help them reprogram their dating operating system, their dating habits, and so that they can finally find the love of their life. Now, give me a second because I want to make sure that this video is also shared on my profile. So for those who, let's say there's a single woman and is like, oh my God, I wish I had some help today, they'll be able to watch it, right? Why not? So let's do that for a second, and then we are going to be off to a good start talking about how to use my 3 high-level ways to show a man that you are actually interested in him. Well, let's talk about that, because a lot of women who come and talk to me, they're like, well, I don't want to, tell him that I like him because I don't want to come off as too much. I don't want to come off as if I'm desperate. I don't want to, I don't want to be rejected, right? I don't want to, what if I tell him, what if I show him that I like him and he doesn't like me back? And there are all these stresses around something that is so natural and human, which is just liking somebody. There's nothing wrong with liking somebody. So I want to give you one teeny tiny tip before I reveal my 3 high-level ways to you. So if you have your pen and paper, get them, write them, because this is super duper important. And I know you guys are coming on, so make sure you say hello and interact with me, because this is a Facebook Live. So I would love to know who is here on this live. I know this is during the day, which I also have, actually, good thing I remembered. Before I forget, our next call, meaning starting next Wednesday, the show or the dating tips is going to move to, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific. That's 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I don't know what time it is in Australia and England, but you can figure it out. So 7 p.m. Pacific Time, that is Los Angeles time. Okay, so if you want to convert it. Okay, so that's where it's going to go. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, know that this is a live session on Facebook, so it's going to be more conversational. It's not going to be one of those fast tidbits. And if people comment, I'm going to respond, because it's an interactive process. And if you want to interact with me, go ahead and join Dating Tips for Savvy Single Ladies on Facebook, and make sure you answer the 3 questions at the beginning of the when you request, and then you're on your way to get in. And you got to be single, and you got to be intentional, wanting to find love, right? And you're coachable. Okay. So by the way, I have a new camera. So one of the reasons it took me a long time to get on, it was because the camera was not working. It was not, anyway, it's fine. I tested it before, but it happens, right? Technology. All right. So again, if you're coming on, say hi. Hello, Leslie. It's so good to see you again. I see Nargis is here. Right on. I love, love, love it. Okay. So here's the thing. I want you as an irresistible woman, and that's the name of my program, because I really believe that when you are irresistible, which means what? Does it mean when you are tall and thin? Hi, Felicia. Tall and thin and, long hair and blonde hair or black hair or curly hair. It doesn't mean any of that. Irresistible is about your attitude. It's about the energy you bring to the people around you, which makes you, right, so irresistible. It makes people go, oh my God, Where does she come from? Like they gravitate towards you and they want to talk to you, right? Hey, Nargis. So when I want you to own that as an irresistible woman, you have every right, right? Every right to show someone that you like them, whether it's a man or a woman, right? I'm not talking about sexual or romantic love. If you like somebody, who doesn't want to be liked, right? Are there anybody on this live that don't want to be liked? I'll be so surprised if he says, yes, I don't like to be liked. I don't like people liking me. I would prefer if people don't like me. We, as humans, we love praise. We love to be liked. We love to be noticed. One of the most important needs that humans have, and really take note of this, is what? They want to be understood and acknowledged. Understood and acknowledged. So every human being has that need, right? Now, the levels of that need are different depending on how much that need is being met throughout our day, throughout our life, in our life setting, in our living setting. And the reason sometimes we feel so much longing is because that is an element that's missing from our life. Okay? All right. So the thing that I want you to write down, and it's really important before I teach you the 3 high-level ways, is I want you to know that you cannot possibly be rejected. Hear me again. You cannot possibly be rejected. No one in this universe has the power to reject you, right? A job interview might go very well, but the job might not be a match. A date might go really well, but the date might not feel that you guys are a match. Same thing with you. You might feel somebody else is not a match. You don't have the power to reject anyone, and nobody has the power to reject you, except for one person. Do you guys know who that one person is? Who has the absolute power to reject you? Yourself. You are the only person that can reject yourself. So when you say that you are rejected, when you say you're not good enough, when you say that if I show a man that I like him and he doesn't like me back, that means shame, that means bad, that means negativity, then you will feel rejected. The rest of the time, your rejection level is completely up to you, right? Now, many smart and ambitious women, the high-level women that I'm talking about, like you ladies who like to educate yourself around your love life, have learned throughout your academic system that you need to be attached to an outcome because you've learned certain formulas that you've learned that if I do this, then my result is 100% guaranteed. And here is the thing. While that is fantastic, and while 2 + 2 is 4, and it works for certain areas of our life, like math and science and, chemistry and physics, it does not work in our love life. You know why? Because we are dealing with a variable, like a human being who has so many aspects to their being. Their mood, the chemicals in their body, the way their brain works, their upbringing, their culture, their language, what they see as good or bad and what you see as good and bad. They have different perspectives than us. Some of them have similar perspectives. Some of them have very different perspectives, right? And when you are dealing with a variable like that, you put yourself in a very, very weak position when you want to make that variable a constant, as opposed to knowing that the constant is actually you. Let me explain what that means. It means that when you want the man to have a guaranteed response to you, you immediately put yourself in a very weak position. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Comment yes in the comments, so I know you're picking up what I'm putting down. All right? Okay. And then the other thing about it is that when you understand that you are the constant, then what does that mean? It means that you can show up with confidence, with the way you are, not changing because a guy, did something or didn't do something, not becoming a different person, not become reactionary, but become responsive, right? To really use your smarts to stay in your irresistible power, in your unique, irresistible self. As I teach my ladies in my irresistible program, your unique, irresistible self is something that's only yours, and you're so connected to it that regardless of what happens around you, what happens? You are immovable. And power. Okay. Now, before you show a man that you like him or you're interested in him or just simply find him attractive, right? Simply, we've gone to a party. Hi, Mariam. Awesome. I'm so happy you're here. So here's the thing. Let's say you go to a party and you just like a man. You just find him, he's cute, he's handsome, he's well-dressed, you, for whatever reason, you find him attractive. Awesome. You can easily show him that, hey, I think you're cool. I like you. Not in those words. You don't have to go and say, hey, excuse me, I like you. By the way, really, I'm really attracted to you. You can do that, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to teach you more deeper ways of showing a guy that you like him, because here's the thing, this is not a one-way street. The guy got to respond back to that, right? When you give him a little bit, you want him to also kind of have that reciprocity so that you can see if this is something that can go further or not. And at the end of the day, if you just are showing a guy that you like him and it just stays there, then great. As I said, who doesn't want to be liked, right? So here is the thing. Number one of the best ways to show a man that you like him is to compliment him. Really compliment him, and not oh my God, I love your pants. Not like that, like we girls do. I always do that with my girlfriends. I'm always looking for something, like their jewelry gets, gets my attention, or their outfit gets my attention, or their makeup gets my attention, or they just pure look beautiful that day. And I say, oh my God, you look so beautiful, right? But I want you to take it deeper with a man that you like. There's nothing wrong with that kind of compliment, but I want to give you a better way. So put in the comments, #compliment him. Okay, I want to see that in the comments. #compliment him. All right. Okay. So the way you compliment him is to actually look at something that he has. Let's say he's wearing a blue shirt, right? And he has blue eyes, or he has green eyes, or he has gray eyes, right? And you would say, wow, I love the color of your shirt. It really complements your eye color. You're not saying, oh my God, I really am attracted to you. I want to go have sex with you right now. You're just simply talking about his shirt and connecting it to his eyes. And if a guy doesn't have the capacity to hear that, and if he, really is not mature enough for that compliment, he's not your match. Awesome. Move forward, right? But that is a deep compliment. Why is that a good compliment rather than you look so good, right? Because it's showing him that you are paying attention to what he has done. You're praising actually a quality in him, which means that, oh, he picked the right shirt. Now, let me show you how to actually do that. You could say, you could take this further to show him that quality. You could say, wow, I love this blue shirt on you. I notice how it really complements your eyes. I love a man. I love when a man, knows how to pick his outfit, right? Did you see what I did? I just, like, my eyes just sparkled just saying that, even though there's no man in front of me. I'm like totally talking to my camera and I'm talking to you lovely ladies. But it's, now you would then ask me, you probably would say, but how do I do that? I can't just walk up to somebody and do that. Well, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, let's say you're in Starbucks. I've done that so many times. Like, I'm in Starbucks, I'm like waiting for my coffee, and this guy is like standing next to me, and I really liked his shoes. And I was like, wow, I really like your shoes. I love how it fits, and I didn't want to, I have a life partner, so I wasn't really doing that to, start something. So I immediately said, I would love to know where you got it, because I would love to see if I can find it for my life partner, for my husband. I just say for husband because sometimes partner means like, do I have a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. So I was like, I would like to find it for my husband. So that's that, right? But for you, it could be like, wow, you're standing there waiting for your coffee, and he's standing there, la, 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 but nobody's doing anything. What better way to start a conversation, right? And you could say, wow, I love your shoes. I love how, I love the color and the fit of it. It looks so nice. I noticed it. That's all. If he says, well, thank you, and then you can continue and say, wow, are you here waiting for your coffee? Of course he is, but you're starting or you could say, do you come here often for coffee? Here's the thing. If he has a wife, if he has a girlfriend, trust me, in the conversation, you're going to feel it. But I want you, as an irresistible and empowered woman, to have the opportunity to voice your compliment and tell a guy that you notice something nice about him. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, you might find this to be very difficult for you. You're like, oh my God, I've never done that. I don't know how to do that. That's okay. I go like to a coffee shop, a restaurant, a park, wherever, there are men everywhere, right? Like, population is not a problem on our planet right now. So go anywhere and find a guy that you're not actually attracted to. That he's not going to be your typical guy that it could be a boy, it could be like a very old man, anything. It could be a woman. Start with women, right? But I want you to practice this deeper conversational compliment. It's a conversational compliment, right? So I want you to, again, I'm not saying any of those hashtags. Come on, ladies. I want the hashtags. It will be hashtag compliment him. All right. Tip number 1. Okay. Number 2. Number 2 is, I would love to encourage you to practice listening. Practice active listening. So often in a conversation with a guy, we are talking, or we are listening to, like, they're talking, but we are so busy thinking what our next step is going to be, or we're so busy with, what does he think of me? What if he doesn't like me? What if he likes me? Does he have a wife? Does he have kids? What's his story? Why is he not married by now? Blah, 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 blah. And does he think I'm beautiful? Maybe he doesn't think I'm beautiful. Oh my God, what am I going to do? We have all this chatterbox going on in our head. We're not even listening to the guy. Right? We're not even like active and present in the moment with him. And we are missing so much opportunity in terms of him being able, like, giving us clues in which you can pick those clues and then talk to him, like bring that back into the conversation. Right? So when he is, when he's talking, pick up on his cues, pick up on what he's saying, so that you can take that thing that you find interesting, which is authentic, which is, or you can either come from a place of authenticity, you can come from a place of curiosity. Well, I mean, always come from a place of authenticity. But what I mean is pick something, you can come from a place of connecting interests. You can come from a place of, if he doesn't have anything that he's saying that you know about or you're interested in, that's perfectly fine. That means there's a huge opportunity for you to learn something new, right? Like, for example, Tim, my partner, loves coding. I don't understand or am not interested in it at all, right? But when he talks to me and he's like, blah, 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 telling me all about it, I have learned to get present because, first of all, this is a subject that he likes if he's talking about it. So I can just give him the acknowledgement of like just being there with him, right? Who doesn't want to be listened to? And then get curious about the conversation. You can even say, wow, that is amazing. Like, I so admire your brain. I'm an artist and my brain, or like, I'm an accountant and my brain works in this way. I'm a doctor, my brain works in this way. I'm a lawyer, my brain works in this way. I don't know that world, and it's fascinating. I know that there, a lot of new technology coming. You don't have to know what they are, but you do know that there are technology is being born every day. So you can take that, and then you could say, and then let's say you want to then talk about your passion right there. So the conversation goes on. So you could say, wow, I love how passionate, I love a man who's passionate about what they do. That's how I feel about dating coaching. If I were to talk about me, that's how I feel about singing, because I'm a professional opera singer. That's how I feel about being on stage. That's how I feel about helping my clients find love. Right? Like every morning, every day, I'm thinking about new ways, innovative ways to help my clients create more of that human connection, right? So that is totally, ladies, I see a lot of you are coming on. Say hi, say hi. See Layla, Kathy, Nazanin, Marjan, Wafa, hello. So make sure that you are in a place that you are really listening, active listening, as opposed to listening to the chatterbox and the fear voice and the gremlin conversation in your head, and really being there with him so that you can actually be present with him, right? Because it is through these curious conversations, it is through this genuine compliments that you actually get to know if a man is single. Is he married? Does he have a girlfriend? Does he have kids? What's his story? Because you're starting a connection, right? And you're being very detached, and you should be very detached from the outcome. I want you to go out there and just find beauty in a man, compliment him without being attached that it needs to go somewhere. Now, how freaking awesome would that be, right? To just be able to have the, hi Anne-Marie, to have the power, to have the confidence, right? To go out there, give a compliment, and then just leave. I mean, or like have a conversation and then go about your day without attachment. That is the key, right? Okay, then number three is give him an opportunity to win with you. Okay, let's say you're in a situation at a party and you like a guy and he is also, he's nice to you, and, he is kind of talking to you. He is, he's also relationship ready, and he might be looking for the right woman as well. But here's the thing. Many times as strong, independent women, what we do is what? We shut men down. We bring our masculine energy, which is, I can do it myself, or, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm a feminist. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with it. You guys are strong, independent, and many of you are feminists. I don't believe in feminism, but if you are, awesome, good for you. I have no judgment around it. But that attitude within your dating and creating connection with a man is not going to work for you. And guess what? You are hearing this from a woman who is deeply independent, deeply strong, and I really can be just for weeks, I can be by myself. Like I'm the kind of person who can go to LA and stay with my parents for 2 months and be away from my partner. And so is my partner. We are very independent, but we also love each other and we make an effort to connect with each other, right? So I really want you to understand that everything has its own place. While you have that independent, strong, high achiever, masculine leadership, not masculine doesn't mean manly. It means, you're on time, you get shit done, you're a good boss, you're a good manager, you're a good CEO, you are good at your job, you are independent at your job, you are financially independent, you have your own life, you don't need somebody to come and take care of you in that way. It is so important to allow a man to win with you. And here are really cool ways to let him win with you. Let's say he wants to get the door. Literally, just stop and let him do that, right? Don't jump in, right? If he wants to help you with bringing in the chair from one room to the other, don't say, no, I can do it myself. Just say, wow, I would really appreciate that. And then that will give you something to actually connect with him and talk to him from a place of appreciation, from a place of, wow, he's your hero in that moment, so to speak, right? So it's a very gracious way, because when he wins with you, you're encouraging him that he can do that more with you. If he wants to buy your coffee, if he wants to buy your food, let him do that, even though you're not on a date. Just say thank you instead, right? Instead of shutting him down, right? Let's say if there is this guy friend you have that you like, right? And you want to show him that you like him. When he texts you, feel free to say, hi, how good to hear from you. I love hearing from you. Nice, right? If he makes a gesture that you enjoy, if if he let's say took your hand because you were coming down the stairs, don't say, oh no, I can do it myself, thank you very much. Let him do that, and then just say, wow, I love a man that is so conscientious. You don't have to say, I love a man because I'm such a damsel in distress. No, I love a man. I love when a man is so aware of the people around him. I love a man that, is helpful or is aware of the people around him. I have my high heels, so I really appreciate you helping me. Let's say you go on a hike with a group of people and there's this one guy that you like and he helped you get, over this hill or something. Stop analyzing it. Let him help you. If he wants to stand on the right side of the street because the cars are coming from this way, let him do that and say, wow, I really love a man who is so, who just is so protective in this way. You're not saying, oh, I need you to be protective. And then, when I talk to my guy friends, stop me from doing that. You're not doing that, because guess what? No one has that kind of power on you. And if that happens in the future, you can gently let him know that's not going to fly by you. It's not going to work for you, right? So you can really use this letting him win with you. Let's say, he's a friend that you really like and you guys have plans to meet up, and you say, well, you choose where or he says, how about we meet at blah, blah, blah restaurant? You would say, wow, I love that restaurant. And you know what? I got to tell you, I love a man who, is decisive and can pick the place. It doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean you don't have it. It means I love to sit back, relax, and let you do the work. I love to be taken care of, even though I totally can take care of myself if need be, right? And a lot of us have this protective, fight, defensive, combat energy, because it's like, God forbid if he thinks that, I can't do my own thing, right? So hashtag compliment him, hashtag active listening, hashtag let him win with you, right? These are the 3 high level. There are many, many other ways, but that would be for another conversation. But these are one of the 3 high level ways that I teach my clients to go ahead and show a man that they like him. Of course, there are many other ways to do this. There is also then the whole online thing, that many of you are trying to tackle. So, if you are at a point, if you are interested, if you're like, what, this makes a lot of sense to me, and I want to really learn how to be presenting myself in a situation when I like a man, because I've been trying to date and it ain't working. Well, guess what? We have a program that has from A to Z of dating in there. And as it is right now, it is very, very available and affordable. And it is not going to be in a month, because the prices are doubling. In fact, maybe tripling, because there is so much that we've added to this program. So if you want to be in that program, if you want to have access to the course, if you're sick and tired of not knowing what you're doing with your love life, get in touch with me and we can have a quick conversation. I can explain to you how you can be part of this educational and experience program. It's and how you can also be one of our next success stories. You got to really understand that your life is now. And if you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to be continuing doing that thing over and over and over and over again. So one of the best things you could do for yourself is to educate yourself around your love life, just as much as you value educating yourself around your career, around just being an educated person, right? So I really encourage you that if this is your year, if you have made a promise that 2020 is my year, stop trying to figure it out on your own. Get in touch with me. Either myself or one of my team members are going to get on the phone. We're going to tell you exactly what our program is about. And when you realize that for what amount you can actually be part of this year-round program, to have not only my support, but the support of my associate coach in it as well, 5 days a week and many times over the weekend. Can you imagine being in actually a community that you can ask support around a text or around how to write your online profile, like any question that you have? Then get in touch with me, because you will see me in coachings 3 weeks out of the 4 in the month. You will see my associate coach too. So for 5 weeks, 5 times out of the month, you get to actually talk to us. And 5 to 6 days out of the week, you get to get your questions answered in our Facebook forum, which is incredibly active. Not the dating tips group, but this is a very private group for the paid members of our program. So if you want to be part of that, PM me or write me a message, email at raeeka@datingwithconfidencecoaching.com. Easiest, friend me on Facebook and send me a PM, or just send me a PM, and let's take it from there. And let's stop being in this place of, I don't know where to go from here. And for those of you that this was helpful, awesome. I'm so, so happy for you. And I look forward to seeing you next week, same time. No, not same time, same day, but at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, bye.